Hey there, beautiful souls. It feels like a million years ago that I was actually on a proper Facebook Live like this. And for those of you who haven't noticed and have kind of wondered or haven't even wondered where I've been or anything like that, I was put in Facebook jail once again, and I'm sick of even talking about it. You know, it's happened so many times now. So today I want to actually talk to you guys about a new transition that I'm making, which is actually going to allow me to serve you guys at a whole new level. And I want to talk about it with the biggest insight that I've personally had in this past week. And I have a lot of insights going on each week as I'm growing and developing myself and, you know, going into the darker places, facing my fears, going into the challenges. And I actually look at Facebook and it keeps, you know, throwing me off the platform. And just kind of, you know, last time when it happened, I actually went to hit live like I've just done for you guys now. And it literally went live for a second and then it cut me off. And then I got told I had like 10 days in jail or something. And basically, you don't get any real information about why they do that. And so basically, I've just been trying to figure it all out and ask different sources and, you know, try and dive in to get some more information so that I don't keep running the same old pattern. But basically, it turns out that, you know, since 2017, when I first did a Facebook Live, you know, and I first started creating, you know, these video messages for you. Basically at that point, I did everything from my personal page, like you guys have seen, and I've grown everything organically. I've never paid for Facebook advertising. I've never marketed it in any way that's cost any money. So no advertising or anything like that. And basically, I've had a pretty good run in Facebook's eyes, and they see me as running a business from my personal page, and I am I'm organically growing my audience without having to use their advertising or pay them any dollars. So they've now their algorithms have caught up with that and they don't like it. And so basically, I can't share my content into groups. So if you do find any of this content of value, please give me the greatest gift and share it to any groups or networks that you're a part of that you feel those people in those audiences would get some value from some of these messages, because I can't do it anymore. I am totally banned. And also, and so basically what I'm going to have to do is a new shift. And the shift is going to probably look like me no longer doing all of my content from my personal page here. But basically, and that's where I've been growing this audience with you guys, it's going to be probably on my business page. So I've put the link up above. If you currently are not liking or following or have your notifications turned on for my Vanessa Jane Patrick Awareness Transformation Contribution business page, please do that if you want to keep receiving my content and my video messages, because I'm going to have to make a transition over there. Now, let's get to the juicy bit of the breakthrough as to what has allowed me to get to this point of clarity for the next direction for me to be able to serve you at a higher level and not be so reliant on Facebook, who can cut me off in any moment. But it's really about the message and the title of today's message, which is destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. And basically what I mean by that is that your destiny, you know, like what your life is to be about, right? Your whole experience of life. Clock set, I've got to head out pretty soon. It's not a thing that you unconsciously default into, right? Your destiny, you know, that chance, oh, well, you know, if I'm lucky, I'll have a great destiny, right? It's not about that. It's not about the unconsciousness, the lack of clarity, and just defaulting into a destiny and a way of being in your life. It's actually a thing, your destiny is a thing to be consciously designed, right? That's why it's a choice and it's not about chance, right? And so why I share this message with you guys, and I really invite you to think a bit deeper into, is because when all this stuff happened, and for them, you know, I think it's like the third or fourth time that Facebook have just put me in jail for a bit and I can't create any content for you guys and whatever. I was forced to actually do some investigation and take a whole new level of responsibility for the mission that I want to serve and the impact that I want to make, right? And I realized I can't keep doing what I'm doing, because the next time Facebook decides I'm not doing the right thing, they could quite easily just delete my whole page, and then everything I've ever created and my connection with all of you guys is gone, right? And so I had to get that push from Facebook, which we all kind of do. Sometimes it takes, it's not just the feather, you get a little tickle. It's not just a brick, ouch, that hurt. It's now the bus sometimes that gets us moving in the right direction. And that's what I'm looking at this as being. And so basically what I saw was that, and I also went through this part of a course that I'm doing with the beautiful and amazingly talented, heart-centered, phenomenal entrepreneur Marie Forleo. She basically woke me up to this little piece, this little nugget that I want to share with you guys today, which I heard her talking into part of her journey and her story and the reason why she's become so successful in her life. And she says that back when she was 8 years old and her parents went through a horrible divorce. She lived in New Jersey. She didn't come, they weren't a wealthy family at all. And she actually really watched her mum struggle so desperately, financially, emotionally, all of it at that time. And because of the challenge of the divorce and how bad it was, her parents couldn't really show up for her, and she got to see, what it is to just really struggle in life. And she made this decision at 8 years old, which was this. She said, I control my destiny now. And it hit me so deeply in the heart when she shared this story, right? And that little message to go, no, even at 8 years old, I'm not going to rely on anybody outside of me, because look what happens, right? Like she could see that, when people are struggling, they can't show up for you in the ways that you might require them to, right? And this becomes more and more true as we get older, right? Not when we're young kids like she was. But basically, it really hit me in the heart and I teared up about it, because I realized I haven't been in control of my own destiny. I have been kind of just winging it, in terms of this mission that I've been on, which has been the necessary way that I've needed to develop, right? Like back in 2017, when I started my own business, I'd just come out of a long-term intimate relationship with my business partner. And the journey from the very beginning of entering online business and doing that with my partner, who I just kind of let lead the whole thing, like I let his energy lead it, right? And basically it felt very scarcity driven to me. It was all about, we got to get this financial goal and this, and it felt like it was all about money to me. And it just never sat right. And so what happened for me when I started my own business and hit my first Facebook Live with you guys back in May of 2017 was I decided, you know what, I'm throwing all of that out the window and I'm just going to show up authentically. I'm going to share my genuine experience in the moment from the heart and what I'm doing to transform and improve my life in all these different areas, right? And that was necessary for me to do that. But now with Facebook kind of giving me the push and the push and the push, it's made me realize that now I'm up to a stage where I do need to reincorporate some of the things that I chucked out the window, because now I'm at a better place where, you know, I am able to incorporate those different elements without that taking over what I'm here to do, right? And I couldn't have done that previously. That's why I actually needed to throw all that out the window and really just show up from total heart-centered service. And now I can see that I could continue to do that, which I love to do, but if I really want to have the impact that I really want to have in my life and I really want to role model what I talk about with you guys, then the next level for me is actually taking 100% ownership and responsibility of my own destiny and not relying on platforms like Facebook, who can cut me off in any moment, and not waiting for this magical team of people that I can't wait to work with, who want to serve this mission with me, and they can play to their strengths and allow me to play to mine. I can't just wait around for that. And I actually have to do what Marie Forleo said, which is I control my destiny now. And so I see this play out in every area of our lives. Right now, I'm doing this in my business and my mission, right? If I really want to have an impact, if I really want to work with high-class people who really love my mission and that's theirs as well, and they want to reach for their highest potentials, I've got to be able to pay them handsomely, which means I've got to be able to add enough value to the right people and get enough people getting real transformational results to be able to make some money out of it, so that I can actually pay people who love what they do and do what they love, and they serve this mission and we impact the world, right? And so all of this new perspective has given me a new kind of level of responsibility that I'm taking, but it doesn't just play out in this area of our lives. I speak to so many beautiful human beings, in particular around intimate relationship, where they are so, at the whim of, of their partner's emotions, or they just feel anxious, they doubt themselves, they're constantly being overly responsible for their partner's emotions or other people, and simultaneously sacrificing their greatness, maybe dulling themselves down as to not threaten others, and all these sorts of things. But I want you, if you're in that boat as well, to remember this mantra as well. I control my destiny now. Ain't nobody outside of you gonna make you fulfilled, right? And that's the fallacy that we all fall victim to. We all think this magical person in any area of our lives is going to waltz in and just make our life easy and make us fulfilled and give us the results that we're after. But I'm telling you right now, time and time again in my own journey, I have been caught in that trap and that fallacy in relationships, in my business, even in my health. And time again, it's gotten to the point where I've had to learn the same lesson over and over again to get to the same point of realization that nobody is going to make me fulfilled. Nobody else is going to make me successful. Nobody else is going to fulfill on the destiny that only I can truly create for myself, right? And so that ownership is the level of that ownership, the level or the degree to which you take responsibility for your own fulfillment and success in life and in love, right, is really to the degree that you're going to reach your potential, right? Because if you don't take responsibility and you fall into the magic pill realm where somebody else is just going to magically appear in your life and make you successful, or you're just going to wish it enough and you're going to go to your letterbox and you're going to whatever, right? Any of that stuff, like the more you stay stuck on that stuff is taking you further and further away from you fulfilling on your potential, right? And so you have to, like, the moment we can wake up and take higher levels of responsibility is the moment we free ourselves and the moment we actually move the needle forward towards that fulfillment and that success in our lives, in our careers, in our health, and in our relationships, you name it. It's going to be to do with the responsibility that we take that will determine our level of fulfillment and success. So I just wanted to share that with you guys right now. And for all of you perfectionists out there who've maybe had this idea of how you want to, or you envision your relationship to be better, or how you see your career path or the mission you want to serve, or how you want to change and shift your health, the number one thing that stops us in our tracks is we think we're not ready yet. We think we've got to learn something more. We've got to become something more. And I want to just hit you with this one as well. To start before you're ready. You know, I've been putting off all the stuff that I need to do to take my mission to a new level. I've been kind of, in a bit of a comfort zone and maintaining what I'm creating for quite a while now, longer than I'd like to admit. And, that's why I'm kind of thankful for Facebook, kicking me in the butt a bit, and just reminding me, hey, you don't own this platform, right? Like, everything you've created here could be gone in an instant. And so it's the push that I've needed to get to the new level of my potential and take a higher level of responsibility. And I want to ask you, what is that area of your life right now where if you really embodied the mantra of, I control my destiny now, right? Whether that is in your career path like myself and the mission you want to serve, whether that is in your health, stop waiting for another Monday to start really owning your health and looking after and nurturing your body, right? And stop waiting for your partner to change or be different for you to have a fulfilling destiny in your relationships, right? Where is it in your life? Really think about that, where you could do with saying to yourself, I control my destiny now. And instead of being the victim who's sitting back and waiting for it to be all done for them with this sense of entitlement, it's about stepping forward and going, I take 100% responsibility to become the creator of my own destiny. Right? Because like this message is all about, destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. It's not something to just unconsciously default into until it's too late and you're filled with regrets. It's something that you need to consciously design. All right, so hope this message has served you. Again, please do make sure that you are, if you haven't already, come and like my actual business page, because I will be shifting everything over to that platform, so Facebook doesn't continue to put me in jail or eventually just cut me off entirely. So if you do enjoy these messages and you want to continue hearing from me with these, please do come and jump over to that page, but make sure you turn the notifications on so you can join us live. I'd love that. All right, so let me check in with you guys. Drop me any comments or questions, or just let me know where you are in the world. Would love to hear from you guys as usual. We've got Bill joining us from the yacht. Hope you're having fun, my friend. And Bershir's here, and Lindsay, and thank you for the good luck there, Bill. And Scott's here as well. And Lindsay, go get him, girl. I love it. Thank you, my friend. And George and Jose and Arlen and Simon and Judy and William and Kenny and Ken, both in the house. I love it. Ken, you are an amazing person. Thank you for all you do. Oh, that is so kind of you, Ken. I really appreciate those kind words, and right back at you. You're an amazing person. Keep doing what you're doing, and I love that kindness. And Johnny's here as well, and George, destiny and fate are like husband and wife. That's a good one. I like it. But, it's like, I still feel like, a good marriage, right? If we look at a husband and wife and we equate them to destiny and fate, right? Like, they're co-creating this space. Their input matters, right? The quality of that destiny and that fate is determined by what they consciously co-create with one another. And most relationships are very unconsciously just created, right? And that's why we end up in so much hurt, and needing for healing, all the wounds, all the pain, and then we close off, and all sorts of terrible things happen when we're not consciously co-creating what we actually want. And so, yeah, I love that saying, and destiny and fate are absolutely in your conscious control, right? You control your destiny and your fate now. All right. And so make sure that you are consciously designing what you want to experience in your life, and not just unconsciously defaulting into a destiny or a fate that you don't want. Love that, George. And Goldie's here. Good morning to you. Thank you for your kind words. And Javier's here as well. And George, destiny and fate, I was trying to combine the two words or something then, have a deep connection. Absolutely, my friend. Love it. And Shah and Pete and Jose and Javier. Hello, Vanessa. I'm back. You're always looking so beautiful. Thank you from San Diego. Always grateful to have you here, hey, Javier. And thank you for your kind words as usual. And Pankaj is here, and Paul and Jose. Hello, Vanessa. How do you define a 100% successful person? Is there baby steps or radical change in own destiny? I love it, Jose. Oh, I love questions. So I would say that success is a subjective definition, right, for the individual. What success looks like to me might be very much different to the next person, right? And so the way I look at it is knowing what you most value, what is most meaningful to you in this life, will help you to determine and clarify what it would look like to have success. And we all know that amazing saying by Tony Robbins, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Right? And so the way that you tie the two, the success and the fulfillment together, is that you become successful at creating a life around what's most meaningful to you, your highest values, right? So I've got mine up on my window here right now. And so basically, I don't know, I'll just tell you what they are, because I've got this little system here. But I've got intimate depth of connection and love. I've got meaningful contribution, self-actualization, my physical health and longevity. And then basically, so they're the 4 key values that I create my life around. How is my intimate depth of connection with myself, with my partner, with my community, with my clients, with all of you beautiful souls, right? Like everyone in the world, like what does that look like? Am I creating intimate depth of connection, not just surface level stuff, right? Meaningful contribution. I want to make sure that I make an actual impact in the lives of others, like a meaningful impact that transforms their life and makes it better, right? Self-actualization. How am I reaching my highest level of potential in this lifetime? How am I making sure that I'm constantly growing and actualizing that potential? And my physical health and longevity, right? How am I looking after my body? What am I eating? How am I nurturing its strength? And its longevity, all of those beautiful things. And so basically I call them like my core values that I create my life around. So for me, success is when I absolutely feel like I'm creating intimate depth of connection and love. I'm really meaningfully contributing and making a meaningful difference in the lives of others. I'm actualizing my potential and growing, and I'm looking after my physical health and my longevity, right? If I'm doing all of those things, I'm feeling successful. And then obviously I have some different like actual character traits that I value for me. Sorry guys. And those actual character traits that I use are authenticity and integrity, courage, commitment, and internal conviction, right? Being unshakable with your pathway forward, loving kindness, nothing better, gratitude and appreciation, open-mindedness and wisdom, and finally humility and honor. All right, so those things just painted a picture for how I want to be connective and contributing and growing in my external world. Plus, what are the character traits that I want to mainly embody that make me feel really proud of the human being that I am? And so that's what I would say. Every single one of us has a unique set of values that when we can get clear on, the clearer we are, the more likely we are to create success plus fulfillment and not go into the trap of having this external so-called success but lacking the fulfillment, as Tony Robbins would say, is the ultimate failure, right? So there's that, and basically I believe in there's no one way to have it happen. Like whenever I work with people, these are some of the biggest first growth pathways that I take people on, right? They really need to be clear on who they actually are and what is really meaningful to them and the type of person they're going to choose to be, design their destiny around, right? And a lot of other things, but like this is a big key part of it. So this is a process like discovering your values is a rediscovering consistent process that's always going to adjust and evolve as you do. So I think it's the best place to start. So hope that answered your question there, Jose, and so appreciate it. And Dennis, yep, I'm back and just got home. We'll check it out later. Love it. And Alicia is here. Hello, beautiful sunflower. Oh, that's cute. I love it. Love having you here, beautiful. And Mary's here, and So and Canox. good to see each and every one of you guys joining me today. It's been a while, it feels like forever. I hope this is of value, and please do share this message or any of my messages if you do find them of value, whether publicly or privately. The best place is in any groups that you're a part of that you feel this message could really resonate with others. I would be forever grateful to you, because if I do any more sharing of my own content, I'm going to get the chop from Facebook more than likely. And make sure you're definitely on my business page with the links up above, Vanessa Jane Patrick, Awareness, Transformation, Contribution, because that is where I'm going to have to transition all my content to, so that I can play along with Facebook's rules while I go about doing a bunch of other work that's going to support me not having to ever rely on Facebook again. So much love for each and every one of you guys. I hope today's message has really hit home for you, and it's got you thinking about how you're going to choose to consciously design your destiny rather than default into whatever that could be, which is, if you don't design what's fulfilling to you, if you're not clear, extremely high chance that it ain't going to be a fulfilling life that you're creating. All right. So hope that this serves you. And Thin's just joined us. So anybody just joining, please catch a recording, get a ton of value from today's message. And as usual, my reminder to each and every one of you guys is to go out there and honor your authenticity, to deepen your intimacy, and to contribute meaningfully and purposefully. So much love, and I will see you guys very soon.